Okay, we're going to now look at this hip flexor stretch, which we'll have probably talked about in various different problems that people have had. The problem with the hip flexor stretch is trying to find somewhere where we can do it. You need a firm surface really, so doing it on a normal bed at home is not a good idea. But a firm surface like a good firm kitchen table or a kitchen worktop or an incline bench in a gym often works quite well. So I'm going to lay back into this position, and by bringing and hugging my right knee to my chest, that's fixing my pelvis. So all the muscles that we're looking to stretch through the front of the thigh that take origin from the pelvis, that upper attachment is now fixed. Now my left leg, you'll see, is dropping out to the side into abduction. My knee's straightening, okay, and it's sort of sticking up in the air at the hip here. So this is demonstrating the tightness that is evident in my hip here, in that I want to stretch these muscles here. The way I'm going to do that is to do opposite movements to the ones that exhibit here at the moment. So first of all, instead of having the hip in abduction, I'm going to adduct the hip inwards. So I bring it across and in. Now that's already getting very tight around my knee, because now I'm not giving in to the tightness that's evident in my hip. What I'm going to try and do now is bend my knee a little bit more. So flexing the knee a little bit more, which is increasing the tightness along the front of the thigh here. And now the final part is to try and take away this hip flexion with the thigh up in the air and push my foot to the ground. So I'm trying to press down actively in that way. So then I've got to regroup and go through those three components again. So adduct a bit more, knee flex a bit more, push down a bit more. Adduct a bit more, knee flex a bit more, push down a bit more, maintaining the right knee and hip in this position. Now the way this works is that as I recruit the muscles to adduct, knee flex and hip extend, that creates reciprocal inhibition in the muscles we're trying to stretch. So those muscles that are tight, that we're trying to stretch, then become inhibited, and we'll therefore get a more beneficial stretch. So on the other side, now hug the left knee. You can see the leg straight away on the right drops out into abduction, the leg's trying to straighten at the knee, and the hip's quite high off the bed. So again, I would adduct, flex, and push to the floor. And then keep repeating those three movements. And that is very, very tight through here for me. And that's the best way to improve the stretch of these hip flexors, which take origin from the pelvis and then run down the thigh, either laterally or straight down the centre.